On May 28, 2021, at exactly 5 p.m., a quiet street in Burtupur, Rajasthan became the scene of a shocking double murder. The entire crime lasted just 38 seconds. Two respected doctors were shot in broad daylight, and the whole incident was captured on CCTV. But this was not a random attack. This was revenge, and the story behind it is even darker. Dr. Sudeep Gupta and his wife, Dr. Seema Gupta, were well-known medical professionals who owned a hospital. They were financially stable, respected in society, and appeared to have a successful life. But behind that image, their marriage was already fractured. At their hospital worked a young receptionist named Deepa Gurjar. She was separated from her husband and raising her small son, Shaurya. Over time, professional interaction between Dr. Sudeep and Deepa turned into a secret affair. When Dr. Seema found out, she was furious. Deepa was immediately fired from the hospital, but the relationship didn't end. Dr. Sudeep continued meeting Deepa secretly. He even bought a villa and allowed her to live there, lying to his wife that it had been rented to someone else. He supported Deepa financially and even helped her open a beauty salon. The truth finally surfaced when Dr. Seema found the salon's inauguration card, and her husband's name was printed as the chief guest. That discovery shattered whatever trust remained. In 2019, everything spiraled out of control. Dr. Seema and her mother-in-law went to the villa where Deepa was living. A heated argument broke out. Deepa refused to leave. In a moment of uncontrollable rage, Dr. Seema locked Deepa and her little son inside the kitchen and set the house on fire using spirit. The flames spread rapidly. Deepa and her innocent child died from burns and smoke inhalation. Police arrested Dr. Seema, her mother-in-law, and Dr. Sudeep for conspiracy and murder. But within months, all three were released on bail. Deepa's brother, Anuj, was devastated by the loss of his sister and nephew. At first, he wanted justice through the legal system. But over time, grief turned into anger, and anger turned into greed. He began demanding money from the doctor's family to withdraw the case. First 50 lakh rupees, then 1 crore, then even ownership of the hospital. When the demands were refused, revenge became his only focus. He and his accomplices began monitoring the doctor's routine. They studied their movements carefully. And on May 28, 2021, they made their move. That evening, the doctor couple was driving to a temple. Because of the pandemic, the roads were unusually quiet. Suddenly, a black motorcycle without a number plate overtook their car and forced them to stop. Two men approached the vehicle. One had his face covered with a red cloth. The other did not hide at all. Dr. Sudeep rolled down his window, possibly thinking it was a normal interaction. Within seconds, the masked man pulled out a gun and fired directly at his head. Then he shot Dr. Seema. Several more bullets were fired in rapid succession. In just 38 seconds, it was over. Dr. Sudeep died instantly. Dr. Seema was still breathing, but passed away on the way to the hospital. The attackers fled. However, CCTV footage captured everything. Police traced the killers quickly. It was Anuj, Deepa's own brother, along with his relatives. The murder was not sudden. It was carefully planned, a calculated act of revenge. This case is not just about a shooting in broad daylight. It is about betrayal, rage, ego, and the destructive power of revenge. One secret affair triggered a chain of events that destroyed multiple families. But the biggest victim of all was a small, innocent child who had no role in the conflict. When anger replaces reason and revenge becomes more important than justice, tragedy becomes inevitable. And sometimes, the real horror isn't fiction. It's the choices people make.